What if I told you that Lionel Messi has officially crossed a line that many believed no footballer could ever cross? Not just past Cristiano Ronaldo, not just past the legends of his own sport, but past Tom Brady, LeBron James, Michael Phelps, Serena Williams, and Usain Bolt in a global conversation about athletic greatness. What if I told you this is no longer a fan debate, no longer a barroom argument, but something that has now been written, published, and discussed at the highest levels of sports culture? Because this time, it isn't about goals or trophies alone. This time, it's about legacy, and the world is reacting. A respected international publication has released a ranking of the greatest athletes of the first quarter of the 21st century, and sitting at the very top of that list is Lionel Andres Messi. Above NFL royalty, above Olympic dominance, above icons who ruled their sports in isolation. And the moment that list went public, something shifted, because rankings like these are never just lists. They are mirrors. They reflect what we value, what we remember, and what we believe greatness truly means. Second on that list stands Tom Brady, the quarterback who turned the NFL into his personal empire, redefining longevity and winning in a league designed to break its stars. Third comes Michael Phelps, the swimmer who collected Olympic gold like it was routine, transforming pools into stages of inevitability. Serena Williams follows, a force who reshaped tennis while carrying cultural battles far beyond the baseline. Then Usain Bolt, the fastest human ever recorded, whose races felt less like competition and more like destiny unfolding in seconds. These are not ordinary names. These are monuments of modern sport. And yet, above them all stands Messi, a footballer, a team sport athlete, a man whose brilliance is dependent not on isolation, but on chaos, on movement, on 11 players sharing a single ball in the most watched, most scrutinized, and most unforgiving sport on the planet. That alone should make us pause, because football does not protect its stars. Football exposes them. Every missed chance is replayed endlessly. Every defeat becomes a public trial. Every final loss turns into a scar. And Messi lived inside that pressure for over 2 decades, starting as a fragile teenager from Rosario, doubted for his size, his strength, and even his future. He didn't arrive as a marketing machine. He arrived as a quiet anomaly. And somehow, without noise, without spectacle, he took over the game. Naturally, the debate ignited immediately, because no conversation about Messi exists in isolation. Standing in the background, as always, is Cristiano Ronaldo, the eternal rival, the defining contrast. And in this particular ranking, Ronaldo appears further down the list, behind other legends from basketball, gymnastics, and combat sports. Not erased, not disrespected, but repositioned. And that repositioning says something uncomfortable for many fans. Because this ranking is not about physical dominance alone. It is not about volume statistics or raw athleticism. It is about cultural gravity. Messi didn't just perform. He influenced how the sport itself is understood, how young players imagine the game, how fans feel it. He made playmaking as valuable as power, intelligence as decisive as speed, and creativity as lethal as force. As the list expands, the scale becomes even clearer. Federer, Nadal, and Djokovic, who turned tennis into a generational saga of elegance, endurance, and rivalry. Tiger Woods, who dragged golf into the mainstream spotlight. Lewis Hamilton and Michael Schumacher, who transformed Formula One into a global theater of precision and pressure. Stephen Curry, who altered the geometry of basketball itself. Fighters like Floyd Mayweather, undefeated in the most unforgiving of arenas. And emerging superstars like Shohei Ohtani and Patrick Mahomes, already reshaping their sports before their stories are even complete. Messi stands among all of them, and still he stands above. Here is where the conversation changes tone, because Messi does not compete in a controlled environment. He does not operate with timeouts, lanes, or individual routines. He plays a game where variables are endless. Teammates change, coaches change, systems collapse, nations demand miracles. And still, Year after year, season after season, Messi remained relevant. Not occasionally, consistently. This is the turning point of the debate. Dominating an individual sport is extraordinary. Dominating a collective sport across eras, across continents, across philosophies is something else entirely. Messi won in Barcelona, a system built around beauty. He adapted in Paris, under pressure and expectation. He revitalized football culture in Miami, and he fulfilled an entire nation's longing in Qatar, lifting the one trophy that haunted him for years. But perhaps what separates Messi most is not what he won, but how he won. He did not change his personality to survive relevance. He did not build a brand louder than his game. He did not provoke to remain visible. His dominance was quiet, almost inconvenient in a world that rewards spectacle. He let the ball speak, and somehow, it always said the right thing. This forces us into a deeper question. What is greatness, really? Is it strength alone? Is it longevity measured by calendars? Is it rings, medals, and records? Or is it the ability to sustain excellence while everything around you shifts? While criticism grows louder, while expectations become impossible, Messi played through tactical revolutions, media explosions, and generational turnover. He was judged as a prodigy, a leader, a failure, a savior, and a legend, often all in the same year. And still he played. There is an emotional layer to this that statistics cannot touch. The feeling of watching Messi, the silence that fell when the ball reached his feet, the pause in a living room, the collective breath held in a stadium, the sense that something irreversible was about to happen, not because of force, but because of intuition, because he saw the game seconds before anyone else did. For many, Messi was not just a player on a screen. He was a constant presence through different chapters of life. School years, university nights, early jobs, late matches watched with tired eyes, finals that hurt, finals that healed. He was there through heartbreak and redemption, through doubt and triumph. And that is why imagining football without him feels unsettling, even now while he still plays. This ranking unsettles people because it suggests something we rarely accept in real time, that we are witnessing history before it becomes nostalgia, that greatness does not always announce itself with noise. Sometimes it arrives quietly, stays relentlessly, and leaves behind a standard no one can quite reach again. Messi doesn't need to win anything else to justify his place. That chapter is already written. What remains is interpretation. And interpretation is where debates live. Was he the greatest footballer ever? Or was he something larger? A sporting reference point. A reminder that mastery does not require dominance in appearance, only dominance in effect. And that is where this list stops being a ranking and becomes a question. A question aimed directly at us, at what we value, at what we remember, at how we define excellence in an era obsessed with noise. So now, the conversation is yours. Is Lionel Messi simply the greatest footballer in history? Or can we now say, without exaggeration, that he is the greatest athlete of the modern century? Leave your opinion in the comments. This debate isn't ending anytime soon. And if you want more stories like this, where sports become something deeper than results and trophies, subscribe to the channel. Because some legacies don't just belong to a sport. They belong to an era.